Warning: this video contains adult language and adult content and is intended for mature audiences only. If you are easily offended by anything, I suggest you stop watching now. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Hello everybody, this is the True Zankoku bringing you another anime series review. Today I'm going to be reviewing another series that has been requested multiple times on my channel, and that series is School Days. Oh man, that's not foreshadowing now, is it? Anyways, this anime is notorious for its ending, and thus this review is going to be spoiler rich. So if you don't want this series ruined for you, I would suggest not watching any further. Consider yourselves warned, people. Now, most of my anime reviews are of series that, for one thing or another, are kind of fucked up, and School Days is no exception. School Days begins as a run-of-the-mill slice-of-life romantic comedy. The main character is Makoto, your average high school guy who has a crush on Kotonoha, a quiet and shy girl who takes the same train as Makoto. We also have Makoto's friend and desk mate, Seikai, your typically bubbly, energetic, and amicable girl who obviously likes Makoto more than just a friend. When Makoto tells Seikai that he likes Kotonoha, she decides to, instead of telling him about her own feelings and try to get him to forget about Kotonoha like, a smart person, she makes the first of many mistakes that pave the way for the events of the ending. She decides to play matchmaker and get the two together. Her plan succeeds, and Makoto and Kotonoha begin dating. However, not everything goes smoothly at first. Makoto's inexperience with girls leads to some uncomfortable moments. This leads to one of the main themes of this series, as Kotonoha begins to avoid Makoto after these dates. This tendency of characters in this anime to avoid conflict and responsibility for their actions is constantly throughout this entire series, and of course contributes to that wonderful ending we're just waiting for. So at this point, it seems that Kotonoha may just end up breaking up with Makoto soon, but their relationship rebounds and Kotonoha ends up falling hard for him. Unfortunately, Seikai, in a horrendously misguided and perhaps somewhat selfish attempt to help Makoto with his relationship problems, decides to give Makoto practice with her. This practice includes physical stuff. Yeah, you know what I mean. Another huge mistake by Seikai. You do not give a teenage guy with raging hormones carte blanche to fondle you. I mean, that's just a recipe for disaster. Not only that, but thinking it is okay because it's only practice. My goodness, where is Allen Iverson when we need him? Is just a shallow justification because in reality, Seikai is jealous and really wants it to be her who is dating Makoto. It also reinforces the idea that it is okay to do physical things with other girls because it's only practice in the mind of Makoto. Makoto, now stuck in between two worlds, see what I did there? A relationship with Kotonoha that is at times difficult and needs work for it to blossom, and a relationship with Seikai that is easy and available and comes with little effort. It is no surprise that Makoto chooses the easy path. Fuck, everyone in this series wants to do that. And soon begins cheating on Kotonoha, my god, with Seikai. At first, Seikai feels guilty and wants to come clean to Kotonoha and have Makoto break up with her, but allows Makoto, with little effort mind you, to convince her to wait until a better time than right now. And of course, that time, when does that happen, right? Once again, characters avoiding uncomfortable and difficult situations. As the affair deepens, Kotonoha begins to become more alienated from Makoto and begins to suspect that something is going on. She actually ends up catching Seikai and Makoto in the act on the roof of the school, which later leads Kotonoha to confront Seikai and telling her to stay away from Makoto. Well, this does little to stop Makoto from avoiding the breakup talk with Kotonoha, and also does little to stop his affair with Seikai. So is this anime fucked up yet? Well, just wait. So now we are coming up to the typical school festival, complete with maid cafes and haunted houses. In preparation for this, Makoto is thrust into helping after another classmate suffers an injury. He is now paired up with Seikai's best friend, Setsuna. We find out that Setsuna also likes Makoto, but has not acted on it because of Seikai. In fact, Setsuna was originally Makoto's deskmate until Seikai asked her to switch. Setsuna also has a secret. She is moving away after the festival and wants to make sure Seikai is being taken care of in her absence. This causes Setsuna to try to push a wedge far between Makoto and Kotonoha, going as far as blocking Kotonoha's number on Makoto's phone. Also during this time, we find out that Kotonoha is being bullied by her classmates, particularly a group of girls led by Otome, who is also an old friend of Makoto's, who, of course, has feelings for him as well. Otome plans to confess her feelings to Makoto during the school festival. When the festival arrives, Kotonoha is forced to work her class's haunted house the whole time without a break and doesn't get a chance to see Makoto, while the other girls tease her and doubt that she is actually dating him. All the while, Otome finds Makoto and takes him to a rest area specially made for young couples to be alone and get physical. Yeah. Makoto puts up little fight when Otome jumps on him, and they end up doing the deed. By the way, some girls set up a camera in this rest area to capture all the resting that has been going on. Oh yeah. After the hookup, the festival ends with Makoto dancing with Seikai by the bonfire, a tradition at this school that means the couple won't break up, while Kotonoha watches in horror and disbelief. But she still believes that she is still Makoto's girlfriend. I mean, are we fucked up yet? The next day, with some urging from Setsuna, Makoto finally breaks up with Kotonoha, and she is absolutely destroyed. She just totally loses it. She slips into total denial to the point that she has imaginary telephone conversations with Makoto, even while the phone is off. I mean, she just went completely insane. Also, Setsuna just can't bring herself to tell Sakai that she is leaving and was hoping that Makoto could be her rock. But in the end, Setsuna wants to have a memory with Makoto for her very own self. So before she leaves, she asks Makoto to never leave Sakai. In exchange, she will let Makoto do whatever he wants to her, as if Setsuna didn't want that for herself. And of course, Makoto, the jackass that he is, obliges, and Setsuna leaves without talking to Sakai face to face. She just gives her a text message. Once again, we just have to avoid any kind of confrontation, huh? So, are we fucked up yet? Well, remember that camera in the rest area? Well, Seikai is invited to a party, and at this party, they show the footage of all the resting at the rest area. And of course, there is Makoto and Otome getting it on for Sakai to see. So now her best friend is gone, and her love Makoto cheated on her. Though she shouldn't be surprised, really. I mean, you were the original other woman. If a guy cheats on another girl with you, why would you be shocked if he cheats on you? I mean, the precedent has already been set that he is a cheater, right? I mean, I just never understand that. Well, anyways, she skips school, more avoidance, and Makoto continues his fling with Otome, and now one of Seikai's friends, who didn't even show the slightest of interest in Makoto, ends up fucking him when she comes over to tell him that he should really talk to Seikai and see if she's okay. I mean, so she comes over to get on him about checking in on Seikai and ends up really getting on him. I mean, what the fuck is Makoto's secret? Plus, how does this just happen? Oh, hi, friend of Seikai's. What? Talk to her? Nah, let's fuck instead. Okay. Shit, man, that's some serious fucking sexual voodoo magic he's got there. So now Makoto is having two separate flings while Seikai is his girlfriend. And to add to the ridiculousness, the friends of Otome decide to see what all the hubbub over Makoto is really all about by having some group sex with him. I guess it's a little hard for a teenager with raging hormones to say no when this much pussy is being thrown at you. But damn, I mean, if there is such a thing as a male slut bag, Makoto is definitely it. So are we fucked up yet? Well, Seikai finally returns to school and tells Makoto that she is pregnant with his child. Of course, Makoto handles it like the mature, responsible man he is, by blaming Seikai and denying that it is his and totally being a complete fucking piece of shit. Now his booty calls start to drop him, and Otome realizes that he is not the guy she fell for, and and is disgusted by him and drops his ass. As for Seikai, she begins to delude herself into thinking she is going to have a life with Makoto and their child, all the while Makoto desperately tries to find another hookup so he can escape the responsibility of dealing with the Seikai situation. And what do you know? He runs into a completely insane Kotonoha, and she is so happy to see him. And he is so happy to get another girl. So they end up going back to his place, and Seikai finds them there, and Makoto tells Seikai that he is back with Kotonoha, and then starts tactfully making out with her in front of Seikai. Total class, man. Total fucking class. To add more insult, he sends Seikai a text message saying that Kotonoha's parents know a good doctor that Seikai can use to take care of that pregnancy. So are we fucked up yet? Just wait. So Seikai tells Makoto that they need to talk at his place. While they're there, Seikai goes to the kitchen to get some tea and comes back and... Okay, so when I first uploaded this, my old channel, by the way, that says sorry. I had a lot of copyright issues because of the song, and coming up here is going to be the words sayonara, which means goodbye, more like farewell, more like I'm never going to see you again. And oh, there we go, ownage. Anyways, so yeah, I've had to cut out all the sound effects. I mean, seriously, if they didn't possibly put a song, in the background, perhaps I could have gotten away with it. So it's going to happen again, and rewatching it, he needs some sound effects. I like all those memories he's having as he's getting penetrated by that knife there, just getting murdered, and yeah, blood, guts. Well, maybe not so many guts. Saikai. His last words. The name of the killer. So, yeah. For anyone who hasn't watched this before, this just comes out of left field. I mean, honestly, to me, I did not. I thought, and my sister-in-law, she thought she was going to kill herself or something. But instead, we get this, and you know what? It was pretty good. I mean, honestly, a lot of people have had it spoiled for them, and that's a shame because this is epic and actually fits. So are we fucked up yet? Anyways, Seikai runs away and Kotonoha comes back and finds Makoto's dead body, and she does what any normal person would do in that situation. She calls the cops. No. She saws off his head. She then calls Seikai from Makoto's phone and tells her to meet him, Makoto that is, on the roof of the school. Seikai heads over there and meets Kotonoha, complete with Makoto's pretty little head in a bag. Kotonoha doesn't believe that Seikai is pregnant and says there is only one way to find out. And the battle begins. It's time to fight! Yeah. So once again, silence. And oh yeah, that knife's not gonna work there, bitch. Ooh. Yeah. Fatality. Flawless victory. Which is a shame too, because you get like in the background the sounds of her cutting her open. Just this little type sound. Pretty nasty. And of course, I have to make some bad joke in ill taste right here. So, anyways. Hey, this isn't where I put my phone. Oh, it was in my pocket the whole time. Boy, is my face red. So are we fucked up yet? In the end, both Seikai and Makoto are dead. Kotonoha is a murderer, and it is all because of the stupidity and downright refusal of any characters in this anime to step up and actually deal with their problems and to talk about their feelings. This series is like a fatal attraction for teenagers. It is a slow churning tragedy that ends up making the viewers despise almost all of the main characters, and even the one we all should feel the most sympathy for, Kotonoha, ends up being completely unhinged and crazy. By the way, the last scene is of Kotonoha lying on a boat with Makoto's head in her arms as she whispers, "We are finally alone." Yes, yes, we are fucked up. A brilliant tale that reminds us that young teens are not quite ready to handle serious relationships and that dishonesty, avoidance, self denial, irresponsibility, and selfishness can bring tragic results. A remarkable 4.5 out of 5. And one last thing, nice boat. Well, but seriously, this is an excellent series, and I love how it starts off as one thing and just totally becomes something entirely different at the end. If you had not known what was going to happen and you watch this series, I mean, it is such a great molding, changing beast that I mean, it's just I think it was just brilliant. You know, the whole just degrading of all the characters and the whole change in tone by the end. Just brilliant. And you watch it again, you look through it again, you see all these foreshadowings, all these knife shots, and the color red, like it's foreshadowing the blood, and even what the teachers are saying in the background of people's conversations have violent connotations to it. So, anyways, I feel is really brilliant. So, anyways, if you liked this review, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more stuff, head to my channel, check out my other reviews. Subscribe if you want, if my channel still exists. I don't know with YouTube nowadays. Who the fuck knows? Anyways, here are a couple videos that you might have not seen yet. This one is my quick hits review of the anime, The Bodacious Space Pirates. And Quick Hits usually about a series that has or a movie that has a really good premise and then it just destroys it. It just messes up, and I have to rant and rave about it. So you find out what is exactly wrong with the Bodacious Space Pirates and hear what I've got to say about it by clicking this link. And here's another video. This one is my review of the awesome Japanese horror movie Evil Dead Trap. I really liked how this one turned out. I think I did a pretty good job editing it all. And if you like horror movies, I would suggest watching this film. Check out my review of it. If you just like listening to my takes on things, then go ahead and listen to this one, I guess, and watch it and enjoy. And I think that's gonna be it. Boyfriend's, well, not even boy. Well, I guess boyfriend. I mean, boyfriend's severed head in your arms on a boat. I hope she's leaving the country, cause man, I'm sure she's wanted for murder, at least. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm gonna end it there.